having a great one, and I hope you had a great weekend as well. It was absolutely fantastic out there. Had high pressure in control, sunny skies, temperatures into the 60s, and even some low 70s on Sunday. I was out enjoying it as best I could, and again, I hope you are all able to as well. Now, we do have some more active weather. We've had a cold front sliding through the region this afternoon, and it brought some gusty winds, 30 to 40 miles per hour, as well as a little drop in our temperatures and some valley rain and mountain snow showers. And this is really going to continue to be the case for at least the next 1 to 2 days before we quiet down briefly. But I'll flip this back around, show you what those current conditions are like right now outside across western Montana, and then that'll give me a chance to make sure everything's working here behind the scenes. But overall, shouldn't take me more than about a minute to get this all organized. And then we'll get started with this update in full. All right. Thank you all for tuning in this evening, taking a little bit out of your evening to just kind of keep in tune with what the weather's going to be like this evening. Overall, not expecting too much in the way of impact. We will have some overnight with this next round of moisture that's sliding into really areas west of the divide to start, but all of the region will be dealing with some more active weather for the next couple of days. It does look like most everything is working like I need it to. One issue. There we go. All right. But overall, right now, we are quiet across the region. We are seeing a little bit of extra cloud cover. The winds have subsided overall. There's still they're still breezy in a few locations to say 10 to 20 miles per hour, but not those gusts closer to 40 that we were dealing with earlier on in the afternoon. But I think with that, let's get rolling with this update. But again, thank you all for tuning in this evening. As for what we can expect, just be prepared. Valley rain, mountain snow showers are going to be rolling in. Now, as for those current temperatures right now, after yesterday's temperatures in the 60s and 70s, we saw highs in the 50s and 60s this afternoon, though if you were further off to the west, say Kalispell, Missoula, that cold front came through a little bit quicker, really put a cap on how warm those temperatures got this afternoon. But you look towards Bozeman, we're still at 60 degrees at almost 9 o'clock this evening. 52 in Kalispell and Dillon, 51 in Butte, and 49 over in Missoula. Now, we have had some scattered showers throughout the day. Nothing of great impact by any means, some valley rain and mountain snow, but you look off to the west, there has been some thunderstorms that have developed back into parts of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. Over the last, say, hour, the instability is starting to drop off of those, and you're not getting as much in the way of lightning activity with those thunderstorms, and I think that's going to continue to be the trend as we go throughout this evening, and as this starts to move into northwest and eventually southwest Montana, we'll transition over to the valley rain mountain snow showers. Right now, snow levels are up around 5,000 feet. Those will likely fall down to around 4,500 later on this evening, and that'll bring at least some lighter snowfall for some of our mountain passes, places like Lookout, Lolo, Lost Trail, and Marias. Those are the four that at least have I have my closest eye on for overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, but also again Tuesday night into Wednesday morning could see some slushy accumulations of a couple of inches that could create some maybe minor travel impacts down in the valleys. It should stay as I'd say 95% rain. A few snow flurries may try and mix in with some of those rain showers, especially as we get into some of our higher elevation areas, Butte up towards Seeley Lake. Maybe a little bit of snow tries to mix in. We'll see how far down those snow levels get overnight tonight and again into Wednesday morning. That we could see maybe a little more than just a dusting in a few areas, but again, I think that's probably less than about 20%. We'll see these showers continue to spread across northwest and west central Montana, focusing on through now and, say, midnight, spottier activity in southwestern portions of the state, but really everyone will get involved with at least the chance for some scattered showers overnight tonight. Bozeman maybe more into that midnight to 3 a.m. time period. This is when those snow levels will be falling down to around 4,000 or 4,500 feet, I should be more specific on. One note back to our valleys in the west. We may just get sprinkles in places like Kalispell, Polson, Missoula, Hamilton. The reason for this, we're going to be dealing with some downslope flow, which may help to evaporate a lot of the moisture from that we'll be seeing falling in the mountains. We may just get the winds off of those with just a few sprinkles into tomorrow morning. It's something we'll just kind of have to keep an eye on. It's a little bit drier down at the surface, which is going to prevent all that moisture from reaching, say, the US 93 corridor, maybe even up the Highway 200 corridor, Trout Creek, Thompson Falls, Plains areas. This will continue through tomorrow, though I think by the afternoon, other than some spotty showers in southwest Montana specifically, that's going to have the greatest coverage. We're probably still only looking at about 20% coverage for afternoon showers down in southwest Montana, maybe another chance for a weak thunderstorm. Back up to Missoula, Kalispell, I think we're going to be looking at much quieter conditions. Spotty showers maybe try and move in towards Libby. But again, another one of those, not expecting too much in the way of impacts with this. Then we see our next wave move in for late tomorrow evening, really starting after, I would say, after about 6 tomorrow night. This is looking at 9 with those valley rain, mountain snow showers west of even Kalispell and Missoula at that point. Those roll in multiple waves. And this is where I think we have the best chance. It's into Wednesday morning. Best chance for those slushy accumulations over the passes along and west of the divide. That could create some minor travel impacts into Wednesday morning. You see how that just kind of continues in these banding features across the area. That'll continue all the way through Wednesday afternoon, though, again, on a much quieter note, we start to see high pressure building in from south to north across the area. So Wednesday afternoon, maybe northwest Montana, still looking at a few showers. Outside of that, we should be looking at much quieter conditions. But one thing I am going to drag our attention back to is Wednesday afternoon or Tuesday afternoon. You see how these lines are showing up again. Much like today, we could be talking westerly gusts 20 to perhaps as high as 40 miles per hour. So it's going to be another breezy day on top of that chance for some rain and snow showers. And then Wednesday, likely looking at a very much a repeat of those gusty winds, though they may be just a hair less as that ridge of high pressure starts to build in, starting to bring those winds down just a hair. Maybe more in that 10 to 20 mile per hour range. And then by Thursday and Friday, high pressure is going to be fully in control. We start to see those temperatures warming back up once again, and things really start to quiet down, at least in the short term. Now, this is looking into Wednesday evening, really after all of the snow has fallen. You see Marias Pass, Lolo Pass, Lost Trail, and Homestake Pass, maybe 1 to 4 inches. I would add Lookout Pass there. I think that up to 1 inch, maybe just a hair underdone. Still not expecting major impacts from this dusting of snowfall for Rogers, McDonald, and Bozeman Pass. It really is just going to come down to where do those little snow bands develop. They're going to be very spotty. They happen to develop over a pass. That could lead to a bit more enhancement, but I think on average, most of our passes probably 1 to 2 inches. On the high side, maybe an isolated 3 to 4 inch total over the next, say, 36 hours of this moisture rolling through the area. We aren't done with the active weather, though. We're going to see quieter conditions, especially for Thursday and the first half of Friday, but then we get into Friday and Saturday, and unfortunately, we're going to be on that roller coaster of weather conditions. We're going to see another round of valley rain and mountain snow showers roll in, and you'll see that take shape here on our regional travel tracker. This is looking into Friday afternoon. Very spotty in the shower activity, primarily west of the divide, at least to start. Pretty much falls apart, but then Saturday, I think we'll have a better chance of rain and snow for southwest Montana. Still some spotty showers up towards Kalispell, Polson, Missoula, but southwest Montana, really Interstate 90 and south, will have that best chance for a little bit of precipitation. Still some question marks with this storm system about how it's going to develop. Is it going to be a quick-moving storm, or is it going to be a little bit slower in its progression across the area? If it's a little slower in its progression, like this model is showing, maybe hangs around all the way into Sunday, and maybe brings those snow levels down to near valley floors on the backside of a low-pressure system. Plenty of time to watch that, and we'll get more model information over the next couple of days. But just be aware of that as we head into the weekend. Just be prepared. Active weather is not done with western Montana just yet. As for those temperatures, we're going to kind of be on this roller coaster. This weekend, we were quite high, temperatures well above average. For the next 2 days, we're back to near average behind our cold front. Then Thursday and Friday, they spike back up again. We're talking 70s in west central Montana, 60s for northwest and southwest Montana, before that next storm system rolls in, bringing those temperatures back down to pretty close to average for this time of the year, maybe just a little bit above average. But that likely continues into the early parts of next week, looking at temperatures generally in the 50s. But that could be another period of active weather for the region. So, and that is roughly where we are. This is going to be kind of a last chance call. If you have any questions or comments about this, feel free to share them in the chat section. I'll try and answer them really quickly. I know I kind of went through all of this quickly, but I just want to recap the headlines. We had that cold front move through the area today. This is going to keep valley rain, mountain snow showers in the forecast at least until Wednesday morning, if not into the early parts of the afternoon before high pressure starts to build. Next 2 afternoons, gusty winds will be back. 20 to 40 miles per hour certainly do appear possible. Much like we saw today, Thursday and Friday, we quiet down. We see much warmer conditions, once again, very similar to what we saw this past weekend. Enjoy those days while you can, because then right as we get into the middle parts of Friday and Saturday and Sunday, temperatures fall back down to near average, back into the 50s, 40s and 50s for many areas. Could be talking another round of rain for our valleys, snow in our mountains, but maybe an outside chance of seeing more of that snowfall getting into parts of southwest Montana's valleys. Still plenty of time to watch that. That would be late Saturday night and into Sunday before that possibility becomes a little bit more likely. Again, that could drastically change over the next couple of days. So certainly stay tuned to that forecast. Tune into our live broadcast tonight at 10 for the latest news and weather updates. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster and Jason Hurst on NBC Montana Today, starting at 5. And then one last note, this is just kind of looking back to this weekend. If you have any photos or videos of the beautiful weather, even in the northern lights that we saw on Friday night, it was a really quick storm, but I know there were some beautiful photos out there. Feel free to share those photos and videos with us at NBCMontana.com/chime in. Same thing goes if you're dealing with some of that wind and rain and snow over the next couple of days. We always love to see what's happening, across our region. We only have, our cameras in certain areas, and, we're, at least for me, localized right here in Missoula. Sometimes it's hard to get full reports about what's going on in other parts of the region. So that chime in is a great way to sort of help me out in that sense, to get a better sense of what's going on across the area, but also you might be able to even see your photos or videos on air and online. So thank you again for tuning in, spending a little bit of your Monday evening here with me, and I'll likely see you all on another YouTube Live tomorrow evening, roughly around this same time. So have a great evening. I'll see you all in the next one with NBC Montana. I'm meteorologist Mitchell Combs.